Hello, ladies and gents, welcome. Today I've got a different project which I've never done before. Um, I've been thinking about how to do a goblet out of resin without wasting a lot of resin, and I've searched a lot on the YouTube and I couldn't find anyone doing the video, so I had a think about, and I think I got a good idea now, which I'm gonna share with you guys. It's my first time doing it, so it'll be a experiment um, for me as well. So basically, you get a waste block like this. I chose pine. You could use any other wood that you consider waste. You don't mind turning away. So what we're gonna do is hollow out the section where your cup going to be. So if you want this big of a cup, your waste block needs to be a little bit bigger. So hollow that part first, then drill the inside up to somewhere here. Drill a diameter this big for your stem, your goblet stem, which be the main part that saves us resin. Because if you think about it, if you cast this big of a blank resin, you're going to be turning out until you get to the stem. So instead, hollow out a diameter, maybe an inch diameter, right in the middle going down, and then after that we part this off here. After that, what we need to do is have a mold where we cast about this much, this diameter underneath. So that's going to be your let's say your foot of the goblet. You cast that, you let it set. Once it's hardened, then we put this blank on top of it and pour in the resin, so it becomes one piece. You obviously pour in a little bit on top of that cured resin to catch this, to glue this wood to that resin, and then you pour in the resin on top, inside there, with whatever materials you want to put in there, maybe pine cones, some other stuff we could put in that mold. So basically we make a mold out of wood, easy to turn away. So yeah, I'm going to start now with the hollowing, and then we drill it, and then we'll pour in resin. Alright guys, I'm at the shed now where I do my resin project. I've got this, as you can see, my pine cones, 2 pine cone on the bottom, where the bottom of the goblet's gonna be, you know, the stem, bottom of the stem. So basically this will go on top of that after the first layer that I pour in cures in the pressure pot. So when that cures in, I put little bits more so it sticks that resin to this wood, so it becomes like one, but it's two really. So then this goes on top like that, and then I pour in here and fill it up to here. I will tie this down so it won't move, so it won't come up here on the sides, so it's tied down to that flat part. Some of it needs to be so I could hold it in the jaws, so I really need to pour on top of the cones. Okay, so I'm going to go with ocean blue alumilite and blue Prelex micro Pril, and then brilliant gold. I've already got them into the cups ready, so I just have to mix in the two parts and then we're set to divide them and mix in. So I'm going to be using the alumilite clear slow, which gives me 12 minutes, and you get these from Metal Clay if you're in the UK, metalclay.co.uk. So let's pour in, and I always try to remember to pour into the sides so it produces less bubbles, as you can see. I'm gonna go with 300 gram, so 150 part 1, that's 150. Now part B. $300. So let's mix this up. You need to mix it till it goes clear. As you can see, it's cloudy right now. It's getting clearer and clearer. Unlike the fast type, we can take our time a bit more with the mixing and make sure we get it right. Otherwise you'd have cracks on the piece. That's when you know you haven't done it right. You get tiny cracks on the side of your piece after you demold it. That's how I know I've done it wrong. Okay, because it's clear, I can use this stick for one of these mixed. So now I also want to use this ocean blue like I told you guys. I want it pretty transparent looking, so just gonna go with 2 drops and use this blue one. Okay, so I'm gonna pour a little bit of yellow in here, then some blue on top. See it? What I'm also going to use is I get a piece of wire like this sort of wire, aluminium, and I bent it to a shape like that, and I do this. It mixes up the colors the way that you can't really mix them in underneath. Just like that. And I just snip that off and use the rest later on. So that's it. I'm gonna put that in the pressure pot and I'll be back once that's done. Here it is, guys. I've poured in a thin layer and placed this and left it in the pressure pot, so it became as one, and now it's inside is sealed, so there's no gap that the resin I pour could come outside and get wasted around this gap here. So it does both things, saves me from wasting more and also combines the two parts. So now I'm gonna do the same color mix up and pour it in here. I might have a lot left behind, so I could use some in a pen blank. No, it seems like that's it. Should be enough. Okay. And then, if you remember, let's stick this in there. Hopefully it won't spill. I like that effect.